work. The hostages will be all right. Now take the train to Hell's Kitchen and report to your brother.
Stay cool. Nice.
You saved my life!
They're shooting. Why do they keep shooting?
This city's lit up, man. Yeah.
They were gonna blow the whole place up. Us, them, everything.
JC, we have to talk. That hostage rescue was a disaster.
UNATCO policy is clear. No negotiation. You try for a rescue, and if it works, it works. I don't need you second-guessing me.
Always follow policy, and you end up like Ana Navarra. Is that how you want to operate? Never mind. Right now, you've got other things to worry about.
What's the situation here?
You're taking over. I've got to get my team ready to raid the warehouse.
What about the EMP field?
Still in place. Your primary objective will be to locate and disable its power source, probably an industrial-sized generator in a large building.
I'll question some of the locals.
I ordered the civilians to take cover a block south of here in the Free Clinic and at the Underworld Tavern, down on the corner.
Maybe I'll start with the tavern. Why'd you have to clear the street?
There's still a heavy NSF presence in the streets, and we're taking some fire. We could use your help if you get the chance.
Maybe I'll do that.
If you need any extra equipment, here's the key to my place at the Tun Hotel. Check the secret closet. Remember? The keypad's behind the painting.
Just like the movies. Second floor, right?
Yeah, and take a charger for the riot prod. We don't need another Ana Navarra shooting spree.
Whatever you say.
And JC, we'll be waiting for you to take down that EMP field.
We're getting reports of a hostage situation in the Ton Hotel, which is at the southeast corner of the block. When you stayed with Paul, did you meet Mr. Renton and his daughter Sandra? We think at least one of them is still inside.
Do something, man.
Nothing.
Did you see that?
Yes,
That was uncalled for. You mug people, great. You need the dough. But you show some respect.
What were they after?
Especially when it's your ally. They came to us. They wanted an underground base.
So those guys were NSF?
Yeah, the NSF gives guns to anybody who wants to fight. A lot of people just take the guns and do what they want.
So the terrorists are based in the subways? The sewers?
They need to move some kind of secret equipment. Our tunnels are like the crossroads.
Tell me how to find this base, and I bet I can get the NSF off your back.
Underworld. Just remember that word when you see Curly. He lets people in.
Back off, man.
Talk to one of the guys in green.
What I'm telling you. What you want?
You've got 10 seconds to beat it before I add you to the list of NSF casualties.
Easy, bro. Just having us a conversation.
5 seconds.
Girl's got a head full of marbles. I have to yell. Or she don't hear me.
3,
She skitches on me. It's my ass, man.
1.
All right. I'm going. Jesus.
Thanks.
Sucks to get backed into a corner.
I was trying to find the back way into Smugglers.
Smuggler?
Hey, you shouldn't have threatened Johnny. Soon as Jojo finds out.
Who's this Jojo?
You can't touch Jojo. He doesn't go out and there's only 2 ways to the warehouse.
Warehouse?
You think he can sneak into Osgood's at the park, but in the first place, it's locked.
The park? Where UNATCO has the NSF pinned down?
And if you go underground, he's got laser tripwires, drone guns, military-type stuff, plus there are guards on the roof.
Tell you what, I'll handle Jojo. You stay out of the way until the NSF have pulled back.
I can take care of myself.
You mentioned a smuggler.
Tough guy like you, figured you'd be a big customer.
What's he sell? Weapons? Drugs?
High-priced weapons, yeah, you should talk to him. His place is over near the subway. You have to give him the password Bloodshot or he won't let you in.
Stay out of the ton, bro. Bad shit.
Denton. Hey, it's Denton. You want these?
What?
Give him the grenades.
Look, I know he's your brother, but...
Your brother gave us these things. Look at this. Irritation to all exposed mucous membranes. What's that gonna do?
Just tell Paul to give us bullets next time.
Here's one. Prolonged exposure can damage the bronchial pathways. Prolonged exposure? It's like giving them cigarettes or something.
Look, do you want these things?
Sure, hand him over.
Here you go, with my compliments. Good luck. What's your business here, Agent?
Just going up to my brother's room.
You better hold off. The NSF retreated in there about half an hour ago, and they've taken hostages. We're waiting on a specialist.
I'm your specialist. Just tell me where the hostages are being held.
No one's standing in your way, but you'll have to go in alone. Our orders are to hold the perimeter. We think the terrorists are on the second floor.
Carry on, Corporal.
Agent?
We'll take it from here.
The riot cops are running scared.
One of the doctors can help you.
I want satisfaction.
We've done all that we can. It's time for you to go.
This is supposed to be a free clinic. Bet you do something if I had more money.
You've got the plague, sir.
You know, rich people don't get grey death.
Don't make me call security.
Like Mr. Billionaire Bob Page.
I'm with a patient right now.
Wait your turn.
You should be more appreciative. By helping you, this gentleman risks his own health.
But he won't give me any medicine.
Trust me. When there's a cure, the city will underwrite the cost. The virus threatens everyone.
I don't believe you.
And I won't hesitate to prescribe the treatment for you.
You better not.
Thank you. The ones with the plague can be so stubborn sometimes.
Don't mention it.
Let me express my gratitude. You can have the automated care plan for $1,200. That's at a 40% discount. Or a med kit for $180.
Never mind.
Suit yourself. My friend, the diplomat. You can have the automated care plan for $1,200. That's at a 40% discount, remember? Or a med kit for $180.
I want the full program.
The code to the surgery bay is 2153. The medical bots will handle your case from now on.
One of the doctors can help you.
Got a few credits?
You have the plague?
Nah. Cops ran us off the streets. Usually I go into the water tunnels in the warehouse district, but somebody boarded up the window.
You live in a tunnel?
Actually, I like to stay on the roof of this big apartment building. Nice view, if it's not too cold. There's a freight elevator at the end of the tunnel.
Where's that window you were talking about?
It's a basement window in the park south of the hotel.
The riot cops are running scared.
All clear. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Hey!
You all right, Mr. Renton?
Fine. Be careful, though. They've got more hostages up on the second floor.
I'll check it out. By the way, I saw your daughter down the street. She didn't look so good.
Sandra? Was she coming back to the hotel?
I ran off a thug who was harassing her, but she's still mixed up in some pretty nasty business. You better talk to her.
No. No more talking. If you see her, tell her I don't care what she's been doing. She can come home. No questions, no speeches.
I'll tell her she can trust you.
Huh? Oh!
Fascist.
Thanks for taking care of those guys. You from the police?
UNATCO.
Yeah? Well, you might be interested. I heard them talking. They said something about how they had just put in a generator in a warehouse a few streets south of here.
Did you catch the name of the street?
No, but they were talking about their security setup.
Anything interesting?
It sounded like there was underground access. They're using the word righteous as some kind of password.
That's very helpful. Thanks.
Thanks.
I think that's all of them. You got the guys upstairs?
Yeah, you can have your hotel back.
The hotel. Good. Now we just have to kick these punks out of Manhattan.
My brother Paul's heading up the operation. The NSF won't have New York for long. There were a couple of NSF on the second floor. I took care of the situation.
What about the hostages?
Doing fine. You guys can relax.
Guess we didn't need that specialist after all.
Yes. Password?
Bloodshot.
Our files show that the smuggler is whacked out paranoid. Watch for booby traps. And the latest news? Your brother's team hit some resistance, so they're gonna be delayed while we bring in chopper support.
What do you want?
Why the booby traps? Afraid of something?
Just precautions.
Against what?
Government's been having some kind of crackdown all year. People I know, they've been disappearing.
Is that so?
Think it's a big joke? Lift up a grate in the street. They got my friend Ford Schick in a secret lab next to the sewers.
A lab? In the sewers? Maybe he was taken hostage by the NSF.
These guys are pros. Definitely government funded.
Interesting. Maybe I'll take a look, but I think you should have a little more regard for the United States government.
If you're serious about going down there and finding Ford, I'll give you a deal on some hardware. Also, you'll need this. It's the key that can open the sewer manholes.
Tell me about the hardware.
I have a scope that will fit most handguns and rifles for 2,200 credits, a bioelectric cell for 800, and some light amplification goggles for 3,500.
Too expensive. Maybe I'll try to locate your friend.
I, Ambrosia,
They're
from a
shooting
drug
people
dealer?
right outside
We're
the
talking
bar.
about your wife.
Yes?
Just curious. I thought I heard you say Ambrosia.
My wife has the plague.
He already lost his daughter.
Sorry to hear that.
So do I trust some street punk called Jojo to get me pharmaceuticals? Trust him with my wife's life?
I thought Ambrosia was an urban legend.
Jojo probably just wants to sound like a player. I shouldn't get my hopes up.
I don't know what to say. You just have to do what you think is right.
You the guy that helped Sandra?
I think your friend is going to be all right.
What about Johnny?
I gave him a good scare.
Where's he at?
I don't know, but if he gives you any more trouble, just tell me.
I hope he doesn't think I ratted him out.
What can you tell me about his boss, Jojo?
Oh, Jojo, he's nothing, man. We used to go out. His body mods? Cosmetic. Scars? I saw him cut his face one time just so he'd look mean.
Maybe I'll straighten him out as well.
Well, if you ever want to get into the warehouse where he hides out, I know the code. It's 3316.
Thanks. You've been very helpful.
What can I get you?
You work here. You must know the area. Heard of anyone hiding a large generator?
Not exactly. But if it's anywhere, it's probably in the warehouse district.
Where's that?
A few blocks south. Not a bad walk, but the riot police have blocked the roads because of the NSF.
I'd like to check it out.
Well, you may be out of luck. Even though one of the old warehouses faces onto the park, I don't know how you get inside.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Something to drink. Everything in the bar, snacks too, just 10 credits.
No thanks. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Hey, you look like the vigilante type. What if I said I knew where you could load up on military hardware?
You mean that guy smuggler across the street?
Already know him, huh? Too bad. Hey, how about I tell you about something you can't hear from anybody else?
What's that?
Area 51. You heard of it, right?
Actually, I'd rather hear whether you know anything about a warehouse with an illicit generator.
I worked out there. Most people think they got aliens from another planet, but I didn't see any flying saucers. You want to hear about it? I'll tell you. For the price of a beer.
Shoot.
Never mind.
Jerk.
What do you have for me?
You can have this bottle of liquor.
That one's warm. Get me something from the bartender.
What'll it be?
Beer, please.
There you go. The tap's out. Only bottles.
Never mind.
What do you have for me?
You can have this beer.
I want one of Shay's ice-cold brown bullets. You too cheap to buy?
What'll it be?
Beer, please.
There you go.
What do you have for me?
You can have this beer.
I appreciate it. Yep, I know for a fact it's not just for government research. I've seen all kinds of executives coming and going.
I'm sure plenty of bureaucrats fly out there.
Billionaires. Big executives. I think the whole place has been taken over by a private corporation.
Not likely.
Something's going on underground. I'm a pilot, which means I didn't get any access to the main complex. But a lot of rock comes out of there. It's some kind of mine. But what I don't understand is why they're always laying more fiber optic cables.
A pilot? What do you fly?
Copters. You know what I think? I think that's where the UN moved Echelon 4 back when they promised they were going to stop spying on people.
Surveillance is a very distributed technology. To centralize it in one large facility would be very unusual, even for the UN.
I bet they did it. They want to centralize everything. Every computer on the planet.
What'll it be?
Never mind. Know anything that's worth the price of a beer?
This old bird's had enough. Hell, I'm about to go on duty.
What kind of chopper pilot starts work at midnight?
You're with UNATCO, right?
Why do you ask?
I'm the one that flies your brother Paul to Hong Kong. He told me to watch out for you.
I didn't know UNATCO hired pilots.
The black choppers are run by the NSA to support various classified operations. Pentagon uses them, the CIA. They hired me because I don't ask any questions.
What was Paul's assignment in Hong Kong?
Like I said, I know how to keep a secret. Even between brothers.
So he's holding something back. The reason UNATCO transferred him back to the States.
Listen to your brother, JC. Respect his experience. Let's leave it at that. Your brother's one of the bravest men I know.
These tunnels aren't on the New York City sewer maps. Weird. I have no information on what you might be getting into. It seems worth following up. This area is an old water treatment facility. I wonder what all these paramilitary types are doing down here. But considering what the smuggler said, I would imagine this is where they're holding his friend, Ford Schick.
Where'd he go? Aim for the head. Nice work.
This area is an old water treatment facility. I wonder what all these paramilitary types are doing down here. But considering what the smuggler said, I would imagine this is where they're holding his friend, Ford Schick.
Watch it. He hasn't gone far. Request backup. Did anybody else hear something?
Who the hell got you?
You must be Ford Chick.
Who are you?
Smuggler sent me. Who's holding you here? I don't recognize the uniforms of the soldiers.
I don't know. They're private security for a biotech company or something. They had me doing antibody work.
Corporate security isn't usually outfitted to fight a ground war.
They're doing experiments on people. They don't want anybody finding out.
Make a break for it. I'll protect you.
Here I go.
The riot cops are running scared.
Welcome to Tenderloin Clinic.
Christ. You see the guy begging for a cure?
We'll take it from here.
Yes. Password?
Bloodshot. I got your friend out.
Ford, is he all right?
Fine. You were right about those troops. Definitely not NSF.
They're the CIA. They capture people and use them for medical experiments.
I wouldn't go that far. You said you'd make it worth my while.
Since you helped Ford, I'll cut you a deal. I'll give you a scope that will fit most handguns and rifles for 700 credits, a bioelectric cell for 250, or some light amplification goggles for 1125.
Not interested.
Well, you know where to find me. Thanks again for finding Ford.
No problem.
We'll take it from here.
Watch for lambs. I'm picking up sonic transducer activity. I'm sending you a satellite image that should help you plan your approach.
Echo guys got all the...
Good job, JC. The power just died at the NSF headquarters. Now it's up to Paul. Go to the roof. A chopper is arriving with Agent Herman on board. He will lock down the warehouse while you take the chopper back to HQ.